Hi, friend, and welcome back to Torches, Yoga, and Mindfulness. I'm Lauren, and I'll be your coach. So far, I've been sharing videos with you on mindful practices that you can bring into your own daily lives. But today, I want to talk about one of the biggest hurdles we face in our lives in general and in our mindfulness practices, and that's ourselves. But it's not actually ourselves, it's limiting beliefs we hold about ourselves. These rules and guidelines we create for ourselves. Limiting beliefs aren't ourselves. They aren't our own stories. They aren't true, and they aren't facts. And while they're not real, they still are so powerful and hold us back from living our best possible lives and finding our true inner peace, happiness, and contentedness. If repeated enough, these thoughts and other people's perceptions can become so ingrained that they feel like the ultimate truth. Limiting beliefs act as mental barriers, and they determine how we see ourselves and how we see the world. We allow them to have a direct impact on so many aspects of our lives unnecessarily. A limiting belief is generally something that's so deeply ingrained within us. Sometimes it's a gift from our parents who got it from their parents. Sometimes it can develop from disappointments in our past experiences, traumas, abusive relationships, or self-criticisms. Limiting beliefs come with messengers. They come with thoughts of, I'm not good enough. They're going to judge me. I'm going to fail if I try. I don't have enough time. I don't deserve this. And when we're buying into a limiting belief, those messengers it shows us come in the form of feeling time-bound, feeling lacking, feeling unworthy and unloved, all around feeling like you're limited and restricted in what you deserve, in what you can do, in where you belong. When we recognize a theme in our thoughts as one of these messengers, that's our clue to understand and realize that this is just a limiting belief. It is not a fact. It is not true. And then we can begin to work past that limiting belief and reframe our thought process and gain a whole new perspective. For instance, if you believe you're going to fail before you even give something a try, before you even start, your limiting belief is showing up as self-sabotage. By not being open to trying new things and missing out on opportunities, we hinder our ability for self-growth. If you approach a romantic relationship with the notion that you're only going to end up hurt and that other people only care about themselves, this limiting belief shows up again as that self-sabotage that will keep you from being able to really find a true deep connection with someone else, and may even try to sabotage the relationship before it can get off the ground. Thoughts of self-doubt stem from an ingrained limiting belief we may have about ourselves, and that can result in low self-esteem, heightened anxiety, and even depression. But we can start today to let go of these limiting beliefs, reframe our perspectives, and rewrite our new truths. Today, I have a guided meditation that will help guide you to uncovering what some of your limiting beliefs may be. We'll tap into some compassionate self-forgiveness and release these old beliefs to make room for our new truths. Of course, I have some tools with me today that I would use in my own practice if you would like to implement them into yours as well. Let's just bring this up here a little bit. All right, so here are the tools I've got that I would use in my practice. Rose quartz is wonderful for that self-love, that appreciation and acceptance. Smoky quartz is another great option for this kind of an exercise. Smoky quartz helps to clear the fog, clear out the negativity so that we can make room for those new truths and let go of those old limiting beliefs holding us back. I've got this little buddy here. I don't know if we can get a, you can see her there. So this little pink and black speckled beauty, this is rhodonite. And rhodonite is wonderful for keeping your calm and composure and helps to promote positive thoughts. And then we have clear quartz, Always good for that mental clarity and that strong, poignant energy to help us work through some of these deeply ingrained limiting beliefs. For herbs, lavender and lemon balm, good for mental clarity and calm. And then I've got some of my favorite oils here for this. We've got cypress. It's a really bright, intense oil, a stimulant to help waken up and engage our brain. Oh, I love that one. And then frankincense. Y'all know I love frankincense. It's another stimulant, as well as bergamot. Do remember, if you're going to use the oils on your skin, that you're going to dilute it 1-to-3 ratio with a base oil like coconut oil or grapeseed oil. Let me slide this back over here. If you did want to use a candle for your meditation and use that as a focal point, I would choose a white candle or a blue candle if you have it. That white candle can be that all-purpose candle for anything you're looking to do and bringing in that clarity and purity. And then blue is very calming for us. All right, so as you're ready, if you'll find yourself in a comfortable seated position, I want to start this meditation off a little bit different than the other ones you may have tried on my page. Let me slide this a little bit further out of the way here. Make sure we got a little bit of wiggle room. Before we drift off into our internal landscape today, I want to tap into our parasympathetic nervous system. This little technique I'll show you is kind of like biohacking your body. So your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight, but the parasympathetic nervous system is in charge of digestion, arousal, and relaxation. And we can turn that on by tapping into and triggering our vagus nerve. To kick in the vagus nerve and tap into our parasympathetic nervous system, seated comfortably, whether you're in a chair or in easy pose is fine. You just want to kind of make sure that you're sitting upright. So to start out, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to bring it to the right side of your head and gently pull. We're not pulling hard, not putting a lot of pressure, just giving a little nudge as we turn our ear down to the left shoulder here. And then we're going to look our eyes directly up, like you're trying to look out of the corner of your eye at the ceiling. You're going to hold this pose here until you get the urge to yawn or swallow. And when that sensation comes, we can gently let go. Take a deep breath, a nice deep exhale. We're going to bring our right hand to the left side of our head. And I'm just going to give it a gentle little tilt over. And we're going to look directly up at the ceiling and hold that there until we get the urge to yawn or swallow. It might take a little bit longer some side. There we go, and then we're going to release back. Deep breath. Already feel a little more zen, a little more calm and balanced. Wonderful. So keeping with that calm, let's take a few deep breaths. Each exhale longer than the last one, longer than the inhales. Deep inhale, and on this exhale, allow the muscles in the face, jaw, and neck to relax. If your tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth, let it drop down. Another full deep inhale. Feel the chest and abdominals expanding to welcome in the new oxygen. With this exhale, feel the wave of relaxation flow down over your shoulders, arm, chest, lower back, hips, and down to the feet. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm and consider a moment, your life, your experiences, your trials and triumphs, your connection to yourself and to others. Are there any memories or feelings that stand out to you? Memories are feelings that still hold so much of your energy. They bring themselves to the front of your mind continually. Pick one of these memories or feelings and give it your full attention just for a moment. If you have connected with a memory that leaves you feeling hurt or angry or disconnected, ask yourself, what am I believing about myself here? Do you feel powerless, unloved, unworthy? For a moment, we are going to allow this belief to be heard so that we may investigate it. Maybe first we ask ourselves if we truly believe this to be true. See if you can come up with any evidence countering this energetic belief. Still investigating, ask, how long have you believed this about yourself? Consider this belief to be real, but not true. It was a very real part of your life, but that doesn't mean it should continue to be. Ask yourself, what has it been like to live with this belief, limited by its negativity? Have we allowed it to influence our relationship with others? Has it interfered with our moments of rest and relaxation? Has it had an impact on my body, my heart? From your most compassionate part, what do you need right now? Do the feelings left behind from this belief need to have their story heard? Do they just need to sit with you, knowing they can be nurtured and healed? Offer whatever care is needed. Feel free to reach out to a higher power, a spiritual figure. Ask for their help to care for this hurt, this anger, this emptiness. Maybe we need to remind ourselves that it is okay to trust in ourselves, to trust in love, to turn towards love. Take a moment now to notice how the limiting belief, the weight it carried, notice how it feels now, and if there are any changes, any movement. Ask yourself now, what would my life be like if I didn't believe something was wrong or missing from me? Perhaps you feel some tension release or expansion as the belief lightens as you wake up to the truth of who you really are. If it feels right, let the limiting belief know that its presence in your life before this point is acknowledged and that it is no longer needed going forward. We are no longer going to hold on to this as we grow into our best selves. We are no longer going to allow it to influence our lives. No judgment is needed on ourselves for having held this limiting belief, no matter how long. It is normal, natural, and perfectly fine. You made no mistakes. Before we move on from here, give yourself some nurturing compassion. Say quietly or aloud, I forgive myself for buying into the idea of this limiting belief. Our minds and bodies have spent so much energy over the years feeding into this negative limiting belief. Let's direct that energy to have a new task and responsibility. In place of the limiting belief, form a new, true belief. It may be the opposite of what the previous perception was. I am loved. I am worthy. I am connected and open to connectedness. If you struggle to find a way to reframe the belief, maybe try. My only truth is that I am a being in a human experience, and I am capable and worthy of what feels right in my life. My only truth is that I am a being in a human experience, and I am capable and worthy of what feels right in my life. Notice how this new truth shows up in your body. Is there a sensation of lightness in the chest, shoulders, or head? Does it come with an uncertainty? Does it bring calm and contentedness? Explore and get to know the feeling that your new truth brings. As you are ready, we're going to work to come back to the space we are sitting in, bringing with you your new truth. Take a few deep inhales to allow it to settle into your being. Welcome movement back to the body, starting with little wiggles in the fingers and toes, maybe stretching the hands. Few deep breaths. As you're ready, flutter the eyes open, starting to let the light back in. Welcome back, friend. How do you feel after that exercise? This is another great guided meditation, a great experience to take to a journal for a little bit of deeper understanding, so you can write out what was that limiting belief that showed up for you, and what's that new truth you're trying to reframe it as, and you're trying to rewrite it as. This exercise is certainly not a one and done. These limiting beliefs have been ingrained in us by society, by our parents, by our peers, and by ourselves for a very long time. One little session like this isn't going to erase all of that, but this is something you can come back to regularly. Working through our limiting beliefs can be very difficult, very activating, and can almost seem near impossible. How do we battle what's been in there for so long? But this is where a mindfulness coach like myself can really help out. We can guide you through these exercises to recognize our limiting beliefs, reframe our new perspectives, and make that new truth our new truth. And always remember, when we're working with ourselves in these exercises, be kind to yourself, be gentle, and be patient. If you've noticed a limiting belief, you've noticed that messenger has come in with, I'm unloved, I'm unworthy, I'm disconnected, I don't have the time for this, or you just feel constrained and limited in your capabilities and where you belong. When you notice these messengers, gently remind yourself, this is not true. It only feels that way because it's been repeated for so long. And then you can take the opportunity to reaffirm your new truth. I do have time. I will find time. I will make time. I am not time bound. It's not too late to start something new. And then you can even take it a step further with that compassionate self-forgiveness. I forgive myself for buying into the idea that I am less than, that I'm disconnected. Because the truth is, I am a being in a human experience, and I am capable and worthy of anything that feels right in my life. Limiting beliefs hold us back, but we can begin to recognize them and reframe them and come out of our shells and begin to live our best lives. If you're ready to shed your limiting beliefs and step into your best life and your best self, please feel free to reach out. We can connect on Facebook or Instagram, and my email's on Facebook as well. You can shoot me a message there. We can connect for sessions either remotely or in person if you're local to Jacksonville. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you find your inner peace, find your balance. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for letting me guide you on this meditation exercise. Stay present, stay kind to yourself, and I'll see you soon.